What up, guys? Yeah, we've got another Oktoberfest beer here today. We have good old Shiner Oktoberfest out of Texas. And let's just get crack-a-lackin'. Oh, yeah. Twist off. I cannot tell you when the last time was that I had a beer from this place. It might have actually been their light beer. I was doing like a light beer drinking podcast episode, and that was the one I went with. But alright, they give you the basic 5.7% ABV, which is about, seems like it's about what most of these beers are, for these Oktoberfest beers for the most part. And that's all they tell you. Every drop of Shiner is brewed in Shiner, Texas. So there you go. But alright, beer is poured. It's looking good. Got a nice little head on it. Not too crystal clear. You know, whatever. But let's get into the review and check out the smell. It's got a nice kind of just malty head on it. Maybe just a hint of the barley, not much. There's you don't get much of that the darker charcoaly kind of smokiness. I'm not getting much of that. Really, just, it almost has like a red ale kind of aroma to it. You know, nothing crazy, nothing fancy. I don't know if it necessarily just screams Oktoberfest when I'm smelling it, but it's not. I think it smells pretty decent. I'm looking forward to trying it, so I will recommend it on Aroma. Yeah, let's get another taste. It has a little bit more of the almost that sweeter barley taste to it. That's what like on the tip of the tongue. That's really kind of what it hits first. It really kind of opens up. You get a lot more of that taste further back in your mouth. It actually has, I would have guessed, just by what it tastes, that the alcohol content was higher than 5.7. But, I mean, 5.7 isn't, I mean, it's a whole 1% more than your regular, just kind of Pilsner, basic Pilsner. It's, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I necessarily get the Oktoberfest taste with this one. It's definitely a fall time beer, for sure. It definitely tastes like something that you're kind of segueing in from summer into the later months. It tastes almost like you're getting more into more of the holiday seasonal beers. It tastes a little, at least for me, it has a little more of the, almost a little more hoppiness than I would want in this particular style of beer. There is kind of a, like a dirty grapefruit aroma, almost like you slice up a grapefruit and it fell on some dirt and you kept that dirt while you were making it. So there's kind of just that I don't know, but it kind of tastes like there's some like dirt grapefruit. And I know that makes it sound maybe not super appealing, but it doesn't have the straight grapefruit. It's a little more, it's kind of musky, muted. And I feel like with every sip, I'm getting more of that kind of barley, that sweetened grapefruity barley thing. Like, I'm getting more of that, and it's not really what I'm going for this particular, for the Oktoberfest beer. It's a little more, I guess, not as refined as some of the other ones I've had so far. It's not the worst tasting thing. It's just not really quite doing it for me. It's almost one of those where the brewery knows they have to put out an Oktoberfest to kind of really stay relevant for that month of the year, and so they just put out something. I'm just like, ugh, whatever. We'll do something. And that's kind of what I'm getting out of this. There's nothing. It's just not what I'm looking for in an Oktoberfest beer. I don't know, like it's a little too. I don't even know how the right way to put it. It's just too of that barley grapefruity kind of thing. It's almost starting to push a little bit more towards an IPA ish. I don't think it's like that bitter, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and guess this is probably more bitter or have a higher IBU than your standard general Oktoberfest beer. And so who knows? If you're a big fan of the IPAs and you want that kind of grapefruit IPA element in your Oktoberfest, then I think you'll like this. I think you'll dig it. Me, personally, that's not what I want. I don't want that in my Oktoberfest. So I'm not going to recommend it on taste, but keep that in mind. If you like that kind of beer and if that is what you're looking for, you might actually really dig this. All right, next category is value for price, and again, this beer was under $2. I haven't really bought any Oktoberfest beer thus far that's been over $2, or they might have been a German beer for like $2.10 for a single bottle. So everything's been within about a 40-cent range, and so far I will recommend pretty much every single Oktoberfest beer I've had for the value for price. You're not going broke with this. So, yes, value for price, I will recommend it for that. Next category is distinction. How distinct is it? And I feel like maybe they're trying to be different with their Oktoberfest by making it a little more that grapefruit bitter to it. I mean, that's an option, and it might work, especially if you're still in Texas in October. I'm not sure where. Oh, it does have a little. I'm guessing the star in the Texas, the little thing on here, is where Shiner is. So it's kind of close to the Gulf side. It looks like by Houston or Dallas or something, I think. I'm trying to look at like a little thing about this big, where the dot is about the size of like a pin head. And I'm thinking it's right around there, if that's even what that dot means. It's probably just like a printer error. But, maybe that works a little more when it's super hot out. Although, it's balls hot here right now. It's like 110 degrees today. And this still isn't really what I'm looking for. It's a distinction. It stands out a little bit from the other Oktoberfest beers, but it stands out because it doesn't really taste like an Oktoberfest beer. And I want it to taste like a good Oktoberfest beer. So I feel like this is almost like something that you could. This feels more like that springtime beer, where you're starting to get away from the heavier, darker, thicker, more robust winter beers, and you're not quite ready for the summer beers. So you have that bridge. This tastes more like that. This tastes more like a drink it in March as the snow is melting, and you're just gearing up for you're gearing up for a little more warmth I know growing up in Michigan, the first day of 60 meant you got to wear like shorts. Now here, I mean, it's insane. But this tastes more like that kind of that early spring beer than late summer or early fall. So for distinction, I'm not really going to recommend it because it doesn't, for me, taste like an Oktoberfest beer. All right, next category is drinkability, and it's 5%, 5.7%. It's a little higher than your average beer, but not crazy. But 5.7, 5.8 is about what all of these Oktoberfest beers have been. And I feel like a lot of them, they just drink easier. All of the Paulaner beers I've had drink so much easier. And those have been 5.8 and 6.0 ABV. And this one just, that grapefruit bitterness. Yeah, I mean, I really, with each sip, I feel like they should have slapped an IPA. I'm going to, in one of the little boxes that pops up during the review, I'm going to try to throw in what the IBUs are. I have no idea. Usually I feel like I'm pretty decent at guessing a general range, from like 5. I am not sure, but I'm going to guess this is definitely higher than your average, Oktoberfest, which might be... The normal one's probably somewhere around 15 or 20. I'm going to guess this is higher than that. But it just, because of that, it slows it down. It's not, I don't know. It's just not really doing it for me in a lot of ways. It's not really what I'm looking for. And now, it's not necessarily a bad beer. It's just when you're going in thinking you're going to get a very specific Oktoberfest style, when you're assuming that's what you're going to get, and then that's not really what it is, that's when it's like, I'm a little off. It's not really what I'm looking for. It's kind of like I got, when I moved here, I want to get pizza. And I saw a Chicago-style pizza place. Maybe I told the story in a different video, I don't know. I saw a Chicago-style pizza place around town, and the goal was, okay, it's Friday. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to get a large Chicago-style pizza, and that's basically what I'm going to eat all weekend. Because, super deep dish, Chicago-style. That's what I was assuming. And I get a large, whatever, and they bring it back, and they bring out the box, and they open it up, and it's like cracker crust. What the hell, man? I ended up eating the whole thing and like still was hungry. I was just like, the pizza was fine, but it wasn't the style I was looking for. And FYI, pizza blows on like the West Coast area. It is not good when you're coming from like Midwest, East Coast area of the country. Pizza is like, I don't know how pizza got so, I don't know if they crossed the Mississippi and they just lost the recipe. I don't know. But that was not Chicago style pizza. Anyways, this doesn't really, to me, taste like an Oktoberfest style beer. And that's why I'm just not really rating it very highly. And so, yeah, I'm not going to recommend it on drinkability. It just, there's more of that happiness than I want for this kind of beer. And last category is, would I buy it again? Nah, I don't think so. I mean, maybe if you rip this label off and you slapped on a spring beer, I'll give it a whirl. I'll be like, okay, this is more what I'm looking for this particular time of year and for this particular style. Okay. Not for Oktoberfest. It's almost at the beginning of September. We got about a month left before pumpkin beers take over the universe. So I got a month to enjoy a nice Oktoberfest beer, and it's going to be something different. So I'm not going to recommend it. I will not be buying it again. But all right, that is my review of the Shiner Oktoberfest beer. What do you guys think? Have you had it? One, do you like it as it is? And two, is it a good Oktoberfest beer for you? Is this what you're looking for? Maybe you do like that more bitter thing, IPA element in your in these kind of beers. I feel like the IPA is so infiltrated with certain things that a lot of these places might feel like they have to do that to get more sales. I don't know. But yeah, that is the review. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And again, I'm trying to do one every weekday until either I run out, which that might happen before. Either I run out or the beginning of Oktoberfest hits, which I believe is September 20th, 21st. I just looked it up and I forgot. But yeah, so keep it here. Check back daily. Should be more stuff. If you miss a day, there should be a couple beers for you to check out. But anyways, that is it. So for myself and for Shiner Oktoberfest, take it easy.